Before we begin tweaking Windows, in other words, software modifications, tweaks, trying to squeeze more performance, trying risky changes, but you don't know if it's going to work or not, by changing some settings in Windows, you're going to want to back up your stuff first. And now you might say, yeah, Dave, you say this a lot, but I don't run into any problems or into any issues. Okay, well, how about this? Would you want to know what to back up in the event you have to restore? Now, hear me out on this one as we dive into it, because it could save you some precious time later and may not require a format at all. Your time is important and you got to value it. So let's dive in. First thing you should have is an app or some sort of software that you can use to back up your stuff. And you can get something for free. It's called EaseUS Backup. And simply click on the link and then just go to free download for if you just want it for free, or you can go through the trial if you're a home user, if you're using it for your business. But that's the first thing that I would do, is to have some sort of app or utility available so that you have an image backup. And the reason you should do this is if things go down south and it's just unrecoverable, you can just use an app and reload your system. It's very easy. You just got to do it once. Sometimes the amount of stuff that you've got backed up could be like days or weeks or even months of work. And it's really good to have something like this. It's pretty much a best practice, if you will. Okay, so the next thing you can do is you can do a system restore. And just start typing in system restore or go to create a restore point. If you don't have your partition or your C drive set up to be backed up or restored at some point, and you don't have any restore points, create one. So the first thing you do is go to configure, and if it was set to disable, turn it on and set it up to 2%. That should be sufficient. And then you click on OK, and then you click on create. And I'll just call this system backup, if you will, and click on create, and it'll take a moment. And then that's it. So now you have a backup. But there's something more you need to do. And why I say this is because system restore points will help, but if you really tweak the snot out of something, you're going to lose the ability to system restore. So there's another option you can use, and it's to back up your registry. So you can get an app to do that, or there's another way to do this. So all you got to do is you go to the start menu, and where it shows the power down, hold the left shift and then click restart while holding the shift key down. And you're going to be presented with a menu of what to do. So go to troubleshoot, go to advanced, and go to command prompt. We're going to go to C drive, and C drive is the recovery partition. So that's not what we want. And the first drive is my Windows 10 1909 drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a backup of the registry. Now you can back up this to your USB stick if you want to, or you can create a subfolder where your registry files are stored. Whichever one you want to do is at your discretion. The safer option would likely be a USB stick, but I'll leave that up to you. So we're going to go into Windows directory, system32, config, and directory, and here's everything. So I've already got a couple backups in here. So I'm going to make another one called mkdir, which stands for make directory. Just call it back up to. And there won't be anything in that directory. So if I copy everything, copy asterisk out asterisk, into, and then type backup 2. And it copied all the registry files that's required to backup 2. So if I go to backup 2, there's everything. So if I ever wanted to restore it, I just have to copy everything. And it'll be to D, Windows, /system32, config, and then enter. And it'll ask you, hey, do you want to overwrite? It's like, yeah, I want to because I screwed up. A for all, done. Just remember, before you hit yes or all, anything that you've installed between the point of when you backed up your registry and when you restore it is not going to work properly. It's also true that anything you've uninstalled will likely be there to a degree, at least in the registry, but you may not have the files present. So you might have to do a registry cleanup with CC Cleaner or something like that. But that's the way to back up your registry. And again, if you have a USB stick, you can copy those all over to a USB stick directory and you should be good to go. Once you're done all this, you type in exit and then just go to continue, or unless you want to shut off your PC, and that should be it.